Hello, my name is Ahnaf Shahriar Adib Arittra, and I'm really happy to be here and be able to share this with you. I recently gave IELTS and I got a band 8, as you can see. I'm really happy about it, and I'd like to share some things with you so you can get some perspective before you're about to give your IELTS and have a bit of knowledge and what to expect. So I'd like to begin by saying why I chose computer-based. So I chose computer-based because it was much time efficient. As you know, in paper-based, it's a bit of a hassle if you have to edit a lot and cut words, especially when it comes to writing and of course reading as well, but mostly writing. It is much more time efficient and it gives you the opportunity to edit your answers in all the modules. I'm not sure about how it works in paper-based, but I know when it comes to the writing module, you don't get much opportunity or chances to edit and cut or fix your mistakes, which you do get when it comes to computer-based. And it's much easier, saves you a lot of time, and I guess in general improves your performance when it comes to writing specifically. It does help in the other modules as well, which is fairly significant. So I have done my course from IELTS professor. My mentor was Adib Arittra. He was a great mentor. He provided me proper analysis of the areas where I fell short and helped me boost up my score in those specific areas, especially when it comes to speaking. I had a lot of issues in speaking. I would freeze, I would go blank, I would forget things, and I would stutter a lot and repeat words. And he provided me tips that were actually on-spot efficient, and the tips that I followed given by Adib Arittra, they did not require too much time to be spent on. Like, it was an on-spot thing. It helped me improve those areas instantly, especially when it came to my freezing issues or going blank. It mostly happened because I didn't have proper notes, so he guided me on how to do that and the structure I should follow when it comes to answering different types of questions. Part 1, Part 2 and Part 3. When it comes to the repetitive words, I think it's mostly vocabulary, and I would like to share some tips, even though I'm not a professional, but some things that I find helpful when it comes to these specific modules. So when it comes to speaking, I think you should, there's this thing I did and I usually do. I watch movies and TV shows a lot, and even if I'm watching podcasts or videos, sometimes I would repeat myself after the speaker in the video, and I would say the same thing the speaker did and try to express it in the same way, express the same emotions and follow that accent. Even though accent does not matter that much, I'd still try so that it would improve my efficiency when it comes to speaking and my flow, so it would seem a bit smooth. I think something that helped me more is making self-tapes, which helped me analyze how fast I was going and what I needed to do to improve my performance in speaking, how to stay in time and speak enough, and which areas I needed to fix, how much repetitive I was being. When it comes to writing, I think you just need to practice a lot and learn new vocabularies and words, linking words, vocabularies, structures and sentences, and just try to imply them in your own writing. You just really have to write a lot and practice. That's what it comes down to at the end. When it comes to listening, something that helped me significantly was listening to podcasts. I listen to podcasts a lot. For example, Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum is a personal podcast that includes celebrities and their personal experiences. You can try listening to different podcasts based on your taste or what you're interested in. In that way, it will not only help you build a muscle memory when it comes to listening, but it will also help you gain new knowledge, which would affect when it comes to speaking, or actually writing, speaking both, or reading, because you don't know what kind of questions are gonna come. So the more knowledge you have, the easier it is for you to tackle different types of questions and be able to relate. It improves your knowledge, helps you build a muscle memory, and another I'd say advantage of this is that you don't really get that bored. So in a way, you are in a recreational mood. You can just do it in your leisure time, so it will help your IELTS as well as just get you to unwind after a stressful day. When it comes to reading, I guess you just have to read a lot of books or different articles on different topics. This will also, in a similar way to podcasts, help your knowledge, and if you're bored, you can have a fun activity to do, because reading and learning about new stuff can be really exciting, in my opinion. That's how I feel, at least. I think reading newspapers and articles specifically, they can be helpful in a more formal way, which can of course have a better influence on your own IELTS, and not only the reading part but also your speaking, your writing as well. Very helpful. And I would like to thank Abrasar for giving me such good mentorship and guidance here. I had mock tests, I had all kinds of help, I had proper analysis behind my own task that I was completing, so I knew how to improve in different areas that I lacked. He also gave me different techniques to follow when it comes to reading, writing and listening, so it helped my efficiency and helped me stay focused in a way as well, because it's really easy to get confused when you're overwhelmed by so many questions, and he individually focused on different question types and taught me how to tackle them, so I wouldn't get overwhelmed or confused or nervous. And yeah, practicing with him and giving the mocks did help me tackle with my anxiety, which I did have right before the exam. So all of you are gonna have that anxiety right before exam, but when you sit for it, if your preparation is good enough, it's not gonna bother you at all. And at the end, I think you have to manage time regularly and just give it all, you know. You have to manage time, you have to practice and stay consistent. That's what it actually comes down to, because you have to keep that muscle memory stable and try improving it as much as you can so it doesn't fluctuate, and you can give a good exam, I guess. Yeah, good luck. I hope you do great.